good witness to the madness that was.
Heels, pops, and chair shots.
HPC.
Heels, pops, and chair shots.
Bad guys on
Pero
heels,
mira
pops,
que
and chair
aquí.
shots.
Heels, pops, and chair shots. Wrestling's entertainment champions.
What a bunch of idiots, imbeciles, stupid as it gets. Stupid, clueless idiot, a bunch of clueless nuts. Is there anybody here that's got any brains? Stupid, stupid, stupid every day, every night. So stupid, you know, just really stupid. The biggest cutthroat bunch of conniving, backstabbing idiots you've ever seen in your life. That is such bullshit. It's the work of an idiot. Pathetic, really stupid idiots. Are you an idiot? Lost idiot? He was the shits. You will always be seen as a complete failure. The term motherfuckers would have been crossing my mind pretty regular. Thanks for nothing. Go fuck yourselves.
Subscribe and like, hit that button right now. All right, follow us on Twitch, SoundCloud, iTunes, your mother's.
What the freak is up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another one. Heels, pops, and chair shots. Wrestling's entertainment champions. The bad guys are back. Blood, guts, and Olympic stuffs. We got the PWI SummerSlam heating up. MJF is killing it again. And returns and debuts. All this and more in the room. We're heads, but first, we about to tell y'all what to do.
Subscribe and like, hit that button right now. All right, follow us on Twitch, SoundCloud, iTunes, your mother's.
Woo! We got the bad guys with us.
Yo. Not just the bad guys. We got the bad guy in the building.
I'm playing, baby. Only time I'll ever give Bret Hart credit is that opening intro right there. Goddamn, every time I hear it, I'm like, yo, he could go this hard. Like, yo, just go this hard. All the time.
You know what it is?
I would have liked
You
it.
know what it is? He's in that sweet spot age where, like, he's gonna say whatever's on his mind, right? And he's also maybe going senile a little bit. But yo, listen, they give him a mic, like that's their fault. They give him a mic, like he's gonna say some shit, like that's what it is. But for anybody out there wondering, yes, our love language is words of affirmation. Clearly, it was a wonderful, wonderful week of wrestling, blood, guts, Olympic stuffs. And when we talk about Olympic stuffs, you know what we talking about, right?
What we talking about?
What we talking about? Wrestling?
You know what we talking about? All I gotta say is a lot of blue chews gonna be had over the weekend.
Oh,
Olympiad in Paris. In Paris.
Oh, Paris.
I don't know if they need blue chews.
The Olympic rounds.
I want to
The
believe
Olympic
that my
rounds.
Olympians can just go whenever they need to go.
That is fair. That is fair.
I don't,
But that's the thing. When you're an Olympian, you're already used to regular. You know what I mean? Like you want to spice it up. And think about it. You have more prospects as an Olympian, especially during the Olympics itself. I digress.
Welcome back, Mischief.
It was gonna be a
How the hell
bloody,
you
bloody
been?
weekend, baby. How you been?
no, we good, baby. We good, and we live, and we back, ready to talk.
And this is why the Olympics headquarters is sponsored by Trojan, I believe.
Still talking
Because you want to prevent what Mission just went through right now. It is definitely a blessing. Good to see you, my brother. Good to have you on the
good
show.
to be back. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but it's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back. It's good to be here.
It's good to feel
sir.
welcomed back too, or welcomed, I guess, right?
Depends who you are.
It depends who you
Depends who you
are. I know
are.
if you're three certain individuals, you definitely are, and that's these three guys.
Ay, Chihuahua.
Rumor has it.
Say
New
what?
work business gonna form out here. What AW bound? I don't know. Uncle Meltzer believes so.
Ah,
What are we
interesting.
thinking?
Well, listen. Tell me about a gimmick that started in the WWE and went well over in AEW.
Damn.
Malachi Black.
Malachi
He
Black
said went well over well.
like, it went over well.
Do you think it didn't?
I
In
think
AEW?
character. I think the wrestlers have gone over, but not the character, the angle.
I don't think
Right.
I've seen him do anything yet.
So this would be a good attempt. The only problem is isn't this Alexander in NXT right now? Cedric Alexander. He just fought this week. He fought
Yeah, but Shelton Benjamin isn't. MVP isn't.
Right.
So now
listen, that trio was masterful.
I think that this is where AEW can thrive, taking the failed acts of WWE. Like, yo, if and I only say failed through no, part of their own. Like,
teasing.
Okay.
MVP teasing.
That's what I'm saying. Because like failed is strong, and he just MVP. If you follow him on social media, he's getting back into judo again. He's about to fight like in competition. So
But
I mean,
like,
It makes sense.
He's about to get in supreme shape. You know what I mean?
an act that had a lot of gas left in the tank,
Oh,
right?
for sure.
So failed might.
I think the only problem was is that the gimmick went over February, and
Well, they just stopped booking them, and then it was just like,
because February was over under Vince McMahon's WWE. February was over.
But now in AEW,
Right.
potentially, this is a space that would allow them the creativity to do it the way they want to do it,
Right.
whatever that means. Honestly, even if they go to ROH, right? One thing that I gotta say, like, ROH is what they put out cards like the week of the shows. They don't really have any like consistency, right? Minus a couple of like storylines here and there, but it's kind of like an uncontrolled NXT for AEW, right?
I see that.
So having a mind like MVP was going to be a producer before Hurt Business even did something. I think that's a great space for him to come back and like really have an influence outside of the faction he's doing. I think that ROH is bigger, is smaller than Hurt Business. I think Hurt Business is bigger than ROH, but I think they could be the biggest act in ROH and still be a part of AEW, if that makes sense.
Well, let's not forget that the best work that MVP did for that faction was as a manager. So, like, even in his in-ring aspect, like, he doesn't really need to be that. He can be, right? He can be, but he doesn't need it. Him as a mouthpiece is what worked.
What was that?
Him as a mouthpiece is
Yeah,
what
but that
worked.
hand action that you just did. What was
Oh, no, I'm not doing
what's
that.
the hand action for mouthpiece?
Ha
The mouthpiece.
Ain't that very
You froze
Italian
the
of you?
but definitely could go over, man. Like you said, there's a lot of juice in that tank for sure. And even when it comes to ROH, it doesn't matter. Like their experience, the experience that those three men bring to the table to any company is a blessing. So yeah, and you know what would be crazy? I would love to see the interaction between Hurt Business and Swerve Strickland.
Ooh.
See what's going on with that, because wasn't he recruited once to Hurt Business?
I don't know, but I mean, anything that would help benefit this run for Swerve, I'm with that.
I don't know.
Bringing those guys in right away and putting them in that picture with Swerve, that elevates this title run a little bit more now. If you do that right off the bat, I think. But I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, think about it. If you had like a blood and guts match like they just had this week, who would Swerve be in there with? Imagine Swerve and Hurt Business. That makes sense.
You know, it does make some sense, but
like they don't have to he doesn't have to join Hurt Business, but the interactions. You know what I mean? They can fight
with
each other.
Hurt Business. They could
They could tag with them. They could fight. You know what I mean? Like it could be a lot. What do you mean?
It would be like blood feud. I think that they just
Hurt Business and
then Swerve.
Swerve Scott. Swerve Strickland. What?
Yo, I don't see Swerve doesn't fit Hurt Business.
Not in the crew, no, but in a story.
Yeah,
they come out and they just they wreak hell and they just cause. They'll be like the next feud after Hangman and him.
Right. Like it could be a love-hate relationship. You know what I'm saying?
I think it should just be a hate.
Or just hate. Yeah, or just hate.
I think that they should just go.
Hate, yeah.
Swerve. So you want to talk about gimmicks that thrived outside of WWE?
For sure. For sure.
Swerve.
That's who it was.
Exhibit A. Because, yeah, exactly. That's who he was. Now he's doing it the way I think that he wanted to do it. And now I got over. That doesn't hurt. Random shit
to be, of course. And let's also not be remiss in forgetting the fact that maybe he was able to rejuvenate the idea. He was able to improve on the idea, right? Through the experience of being NXT and failing, right? Failing time and time again. Remember, he's also music. He also does his podcast. He's well studied. He's dynamic. He is the Childish Gambino, the Donald Glover of wrestling.
Hey, and it's well documented that once you come from WWE and you go somewhere else, it's proven you do elevate, you do level up, and you do continue on. If not everybody, but if you do focus well enough, there is success. And with that said, one Kayla, formerly known as Braxton, now known as Becker, shout outs to her because she's gonna be in a comedic thriller called The Stranglehold. JP. Actors you may know: Ron Perlman, Justin Long, and Ashley Benson.
Yep. Actors that only JP would know.
He did put me on. I do know Justin Long. He's been in a lot of things I saw him.
For sure.
So,
and as I was telling Villain, Justin Long, his origins come from horror as it is. You know, say if you remember him in Jeepers Creepers and many other horror movies that he's done. But he's a comedic actor. He's a veteran to the game, and honestly, I like everything he does. I have yet to see a Justin Long production that I have not enjoyed. I mean, even the movie Accepted was awesome, which he blew up on, right? So, like, I'm with it. Let's do it.
Accepted.
One good one. One good movie that maybe nobody is very underrated. I want to say it's called,
Waiting.
Not the Goldberg Christmas shit, right?
He wasn't Waiting, of course. No.
I love Waiting.
Not bad. Candace Plays. 10 years. It's about a 10-year high school reunion.
10 years. 10 years is a lot of time. And you know what? Maybe
we're about to be 20, bitch.
Maybe 20 is even longer. And I don't know. It may seem like something like CM Punk may be more into these days. That's right, because CM Punk is looking to extend that contract, baby. And it's, you know what? It's been rumored all week so far, or on Twitter or X, up the X sign, that he's looking to, pull more out of WWE for his benefit and try to get more to lure into his contract, blah, 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 blah. No, bullshit. That's not the case. New reports show that WWE is actually more involved with pushing the narrative and pushing the fact that they want to re-sign him for extended time after his merch sales, after his social media draw, his fan draw at the events. This guy has been more beneficial than anything since his return for WWE.
To piggyback off of that, man, honestly, this is the most motivated I've seen CM Punk in a minute.
He seems different, yeah.
And even when I say motivated, I even want to talk about it from a physical aspect. He looks bigger. He looks in good shape. He looks well maintained. He looks healthy. You know what I'm saying?
So looks bigger to you?
He looks bigger.
Will he stay healthy after this next rendezvous with Drew?
Let's see. All I know is right now the promo they put up for this, like the way they built this feud, they booked this, has been great.
Oh yes, very
it's believable as fuck. Like you can really tell that they don't like each other.
TJ in the building. Let's go.
TJ.
Handle some Pedialyte. Handle some Pedialyte.
Happy birthday, TJ.
We need to learn some Pedialyte before and after, good sir. Pedialyte before and after.
For real.
Happy birthday, many blessings.
Speaking of the feud is getting hot and lovely. Check my boy out, Drew McIntyre. The great photo op this week.
Hater of the year.
Ooh, Cry us a river. Yeah, this match is.
I love that. I don't even care to speculate. I want to believe that Drew don't give a fuck. Like, Drew is just like, yo, screw CM Punk. I can't stand this motherfucker. I'm going to take this picture and be like, double fuck you. I love it. Yo, I love it. If that's going to be Drew's persona, then own it. And that's him owning it. That's great. Cole Cabana posted up. He said that picture's all elite. Reacting to the picture like crazy. I think it's awesome. I want to see more shit like that. Like I want to see people get trashed on social media.
Yeah, no.
I love-
they're having definitely a lot of fun with this.
I loved Liv Morgan and Dom and Ray because of that.
Yes.
Because I knew that I could, and I didn't love the story, right? Here, there's aspects I loved about it, all right? But what I did love is that you guys were able to see tidbits of it on X, right? Like they
Yeah.
would just post that Liv would like, that
Right.
Liv would comment on.
I
that
mean, Father's
Dom
Day
would
was the Father's Day tribute was crazy.
But even like little shit, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't even have
Well,
to.
That's
And
something
now-
that I think WWE has done well when it comes to utilizing social media to be able to promote the product and interact with casuals and bring other people's eyes from other angles. I mean, very reminiscent to what WWE was able to do towards WrestleMania, Rock and wrestling. I think social media is that new thing, and they've been doing that for a minute, which is why it's made it work. Because that's the best entertainment we've had on TV for some time. Liv Morgan this week, goddamn. Goddamn. Goddamn.
I should have
Goddamn.
There was no way around it.
Yeah. We had
Elmwood Parks, New Jersey. Oh, baby.
Elmwood Park,
all roads.
42.
Make sure when you're not out there in Elmwood Park trying to stalk Liv Morgan, make sure to go to Blue 42. Blue 42, best wings you've ever had in your life. They have listen, the last time we were there, they had 182. He might be at 250 at this point. The man is a genius. Gino's genius.
When's the next one? When's the next one? Thursday? What we doing on Thursday?
Hey,
Whoa.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what this man is doing on Thursday.
Oh.
Well, next
Not
Thursday,
eating wings.
Daniel Bryan
Is he vegan
confirming August 1st will be his final contractual date with date under contract with AEW. No, he won't be in Cleveland on Saturday.
He won't be.
I don't think he would be. Why would he be? Because he still has to complete all in London later on this year.
Is
So
Cleveland his home?
what do you mean?
Is it Cleveland his home? Psych.
Is it? No, I don't know. I don't think it is. Yeah, so
It's the business home.
that's Miz. Yeah, so I don't because I already hear the Twitter sphere asking or predicting he'll
all I
be at
know-
SummerSlam.
You think?
No,
Daniel Bryan?
no. He has to be in All In. He still
It's
has
crazy.
to. He still has to report to
Bro,
work in,
if
in
anything,
AEW.
what
So
he's
it's not like he's
communicated-
gonna fucking risk all that shit and have all that.
if anything, what he's communicated this whole time is that he's trying to take a break, bro.
Mhm.
Yes, he's trying to be with his
Yeah.
kids.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Nikki right now, Bree right now is with Nikki out here with their podcast doing work.
Hey, they got a podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
come
here
on,
live
podcast.
this weekend in the Northeast. They were here
Shout out to
live
the
this
podcast.
weekend. In fact, Michelle was at that show
Oh, nice.
the night of the party. I saw it on social media. I was like, oh, that's dope. So I
Fire.
mean, she probably watches Love Island too. But anywho, I love it. That was Blind UK started up, baby.
Real Licks Dom.
Too hot to handle is whack this year. But anyway.
Real Licks Dom.
No, is this the first time that there's been some like physical contact with them to that degree, that nature?
I don't know, but there better not be no physical contact between her and Jey Uso.
Ooh,
Yes.
ooh.
Daddy don't like that shit. Rikishi was very vocal about Jey Uso's storyline and where it's going, where it shouldn't be going. I heard this and I'm just like, yeah, está viejo el tipo.
Well,
He's old, but I mean, he's the father. He's just looking out. And
remember one thing, right? Remember one thing that's right under that, right? Everything has a purpose, Papi. Everything has a purpose. There is a perspective. There's a point of view. Nothing is by accident. Remember, what's been speculated as far as Rikishi becoming the wise man.
I can still speculate.
Why Rikishi's out here saying, I don't trust the way they booking these kids. I don't trust the way they navigating my son's careers. I need to become his wise man. This is a perfect way to introduce that concept.
Right. I
So it's
feel Rikishi's involved in this story.
It's gamemanship, right? It's gamemanship. But at the same time,
he's trying.
right. At the same time, though, it is a stretch. I mean, Rhea's married. You know what I mean? But listen, this is a shit that actors do all the time, bro.
Yeah.
This is what acting's about. You want to be sports entertainers?
Yeah, Justin Long.
So, wow. All right. But yeah, man. And once again, like, I have to give kudos. Like, yo, everything the way he's pulled off. Even Dominic this week, like the way he was throwing that Spanish in there as well. Yo, like if people knew, I'm sure like in the Spanish in Puerto Rico and shit, that shit was getting bleeped at all times. In Mexico, that shit was getting bleeped at all times because yo, pendeja. Pero ni te la vida, pendeja.
In Mexico, those words are in bleep.
Cabrona. He said
You know what I'm
cabrón. He
saying?
dropped a cabrona in there. I was like,
Cabrona,
oh.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, we ain't in stock right now.
Yo, the way that Liv played it too, bro. That shot, her turning around and sad. Yo, it was,
Yeah. Hey,
but
I cannot wait for when SummerSlam comes around and Dom turns on Rhea and then he goes back with Liv and it was all sham all along because he not buying me with that shit. Them fake ass tears. I know they both in it. They both in it for the long run.
It's a situation though. Like Liv was showing him mad love, bro. Liv was out here showing him love.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea wasn't showing him love. Rhea was telling him what to do.
Yo, Nuggies and a PS5.
I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying?
I was jealous as hell.
Bro, Liv, just take me to Brew 42. That's all. Like
some Nutella wings.
Wings. I'll show you how to eat some wings, girl.
Yo, what?
I don't know.
How you gonna learn today?
Oh no!
Hey, you gotta eat it to the bone.
You to the bone, Jesus.
Tiene que sacar el tútano. El tútano del hueso.
Hey, so Sister Abigail, I had no other way to get here. So we found her. The Sister Abigail's been missing all this time. We found her. We fucking found her on Raw. She came out with the video.
Did she now? Did she? Did she come out? Once again, masterful. Yo, no, you saw how the way they had the TV blinking, like they're really adding the horror element to it. You know what I mean?
So did they announce it's Nikki?
I mean, you know it's Nick,
but they didn't say officially because they said the other one.
But they showed her face.
They showed. Okay, so yeah, so all right.
Not entirely, but you could tell.
I think everybody knows it's Nick.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think the only one that really said his name was Bo Dallas and Eric because he wasn't part of the company.
Right.
I don't think has Joe Gacy had his spot yet?
I saw them use his face, but they didn't have a video or a package for him yet.
Yeah,
the one I haven't seen at all is also what's this dude that was at NXT? Dexter Lumis.
Dexter Lumis.
Oh, Dexter Lumis, that's right.
Yeah.
That's the other one I haven't seen. So maybe that's coming though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's what this looked like today. This week. That looked like her introduction.
What if they never wrestle? What if they just don't wrestle?
They don't have to. They just have to attack.
Everybody's talking about, I don't know how they're going to transition into wrestling.
Nobody can get the title if nobody's fighting for the title. Nobody can get the title.
And that was a big problem with The Fiend when they put a title on him. Because as soon as you put the title on, it was like, fuck, how do we get it off of him now?
Yeah.
You have to burn him up. Like, come on. Like, that was crazy.
What I think in a situation like this, the idea of them going for a title shouldn't even be in the conversation because they should be a cancer to the roster. They should be the death of the roster. They should be the ones that fuck up other people's trajectories to get into their goals. But if you put them to
wrestle, wouldn't that lead to a title eventually? And that sets you up for them being in that predicament?
I mean, the only time that would be the case if you get so over that the fans demand it. Which what happens?
That's where I feel
that's
like
what happened to
get. That's
I don't
where
know
I
if it's gonna
feel
get
like
there.
it could go.
I'm still
not Bo. I don't feel like it would be Bo, but
okay,
there maybe a Sister Abigail, maybe a Joe Gacy, and then what happens when you need to put titles on them? And it's like,
then you figure it out. I mean, listen, the Undertaker had the title many a times. Doesn't mean he's one of the greatest champions, but he had the title, right?
No, yeah,
so
he's the greatest champion.
You got to go with what the people want, and that's what we're gonna see, right? So let's see. This is Bo's chance. This is the first Sister Abigail that Bo delivered, right?
Yeah,
he delivered that shit like it was sharp. He delivered that shit like dominoes and jetpacks, Poppy. You seen that shit? Domino delivering shit in jetpacks in San Francisco. Yeah, you see that shit? Oh man, it's crazy. But yeah, he was sharp, bro. It was sharp. The delivery was sharp. Everything was great. So let's see what happens. I want to see more. I want to see more.
I want to see more.
Slow burning it, and I like it.
I don't think that. Look, I don't think that the title should be a conversation. Like, just let the story be. To your point, I don't think they need titles. Like, the title is in itself a gimmick. They have one. Let's see what that is. Let's let that rock, and then be like, all right, well, maybe who's the leader, right? We know Bray, Bo is the damn Bray. Bo,
RIP,
right? So, like, how does that look like? What kind of stories can we put where he's the?
I like what I saw so far, where he laughs his ass off after they beat the shit out of him.
That was good. That was good.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
You know, and they did trash him though. Like that was.
Yeah.
They put him hurting on the board. Yeah. That was
and
no
then,
joke.
And he just goes, "There you are."
Nah, it's been good so far.
I love that.
It's interesting to me, basic, because like the way you look at the way that they're shooting it, the cinematography of it is very reminiscent to like if you ever saw Saw, right, where they give you different perspectives and different angles of flashing, pop, 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 you know what I mean? So that tells me there's gonna be a lot of twists and turns to what we think we know. That's the piece that I'm intrigued about. And like you said, we still haven't even been introduced to all the characters.
Right.
More importantly,
ooh, don't hurt him.
Is the aura of what it does elsewhere. So what I mean by that is, right, like as the Undertaker comes in, right, he comes in and he really doesn't put anybody over in that, like nobody's really looking at anybody else but the Undertaker, right? Undertaker has a legendary career, obviously, Hall of Famer, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, blah Hall of Fame.
But in the origins of, like, it was just pretty much like all about the Undertaker. Look, we finally get Chad Gable with the Creed brothers. We get some screen time.
I love that pairing, yo. That pairing.
Where's that pairing?
It's a pairing that everybody's wanted for so long.
Yeah.
Like everybody's been like, "Yo, it's got to be Chad Gable now."
Yeah.
Put Roderick Strong
and the suits, the business suits, money.
Everything. So I think that this is a really good time for them to be together and to make. So if the Wyatt family had to happen for that to happen, then I'm glad it happened.
And let's talk these boys the Creed brothers can go in the ring, bro. Like we watched some of these NXT matches that they were in. Like these are gentlemen that transitioned over very well. So
the three of them are freaks of nature. The four of them, because Ivy is crazy too.
Word. Ivy is a beast.
You think that pairing these three, if they were to pair them in, I don't know, AEW, you think it would work?
Oh my God, everything got to go to AEW?
It's like what do you mean? Why are you making it so negative? Well, why everything got to be so negative where AEW and WWE got to be so positive?
Well,
you sound like you prefer 6 matches for a pay-per-view and not 5. Because to be honest with you, Tony Khan can't stand this damn conversation anymore. 6 matches for a pay-per-view versus 5 matches for a pay-per-view. He can't get away with anything anymore. It's like, damn it, what the hell? What can I do to get over with the fans?
He's the most vilified person in wrestling, according to him.
No,
he can't.
Your name is not.
like. I don't know. I feel WWE gets just as criticized, bro. And even worse, people be like, I don't even watch WWE when they're fucking watching anyway. But listen, like, don't watch that shit, bro. Like,
listen,
you know.
Let's not forget that AEW, when they started, directly pointed at the fact that they're coming for WWE.
Who's erect?
They're the next best thing, right? So therefore, if you're coming for the best, you're gonna get criticized and ridiculed and analyzed just like the best, and that's just facts. You just can't. Yo, if you can't stand the heat, stay out the kitchen.
Yo, get out that glass house.
You don't see your dad out here. You don't see your dad out here complaining about an extra game.
If you can't stand the heat, get out of that glass house.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit. The ice house.
But if you want to save some money, you go to Funko.com. You go to Funko.com for all your officially licensed merch. I'm talking MLB, NCAA, NBA, and more. WNBA is on fire right now. Yo, you got to check them out, man. All the sports are in full swing, right? It's happening, baby. NFL's coming together. You gotta go get your officially licensed merch at
College football coming,
football.com. Woo, yo, y'all be playing that college football 25?
Hell yeah. It's
I
on
played
right now.
a few games already. Yeah, it's nice.
That shit's on right now.
It's
So-
You know what's crazy? Once Madden comes out, I'm gonna be on Madden.
That's true, that's facts. But use promo code HEEL10 HEEL10 to get your discount. You're welcome.
Hey,
All right, just let them know. Let them know the bad guy sent you.
hey, the bad guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad guys, he's a real
TJ.
bad guy. He's a real
TJ, by the way,
bad guy.
TJ, it's a good thing you're into Termina tequila. It's really good. He really good.
Termanu? What's it called?
Yo, you saw that Terramana gallon?
Is that what he had?
Terramana.
That's what he had on the Discord. Wow, TJ. go crazy.
Terramana made. They make a gallon size called Big Mama.
Oh shit!
I like it.
That's
And
wild.
think about that's their answer to
You
the
wanna
Casamigos.
You wanna die?
Is that their answer to Casamigos?
Oh no!
Yeah, pretty much. They're like, drink more of this shit.
You want to be fancy with China? You want to die?
So American. It's so American, guys. We're the American spirit,
Okay.
and
All right.
in the American spirit,
All
we
right.
need to Americanize things, such as titles that no longer, I believe, what was it? Wow, the International Championship, like a rip off the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know what they're doing anymore in AEW, but MJF, being the heel that he is, defeats one Will Ospreay and takes his belt and gimmick and changes the International Championship to
MJF.
the American belt.
Changes the title of a title
Title of a title.
to the American belt. The American belt in a time when, Americans don't really do good. So I love it. I think it
How did he not reference the politics?
let's not.
Yeah, I think you don't touch that like that unless you do. Because listen, they do it in UFC, right? In UFC, they are who they are. They're not they're characters, but they're just them. So you have many of them that are on each side, and they out here wearing hats and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Do you even like how it looks?
Yes.
yeah,
I love it.
I like the US. It's dope.
I
How
like
many stars on it? On the
4.
US map?
But you
That's
gotta look. You gotta look at all the details, right? So there's 4 stars, whatever, right? You gotta the one side that you're looking at right now, that emblem on the left side of the title, it says the only country that matters. Yeah,
Oh,
and then
shit,
on the
that's
other
crazy.
side, it says something. Damn, I don't remember. It's like something about like way better than the UK.
Oh,
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yo, and you know what? Hey, yo, why not? Why not?
Why? Why not?
Honestly,
Why
as a
not?
champion, you should have the ability to customize your title. And I mean, he changed the name and everything. That's different. But like, it's just like Tiffany Stratton. The reports are she's about to her Money in the Bank. It was destroyed last week or this week. She's about to get it customized. That shit's about to become a purse. Like she called it. She called it. She said that shit on the show. She's gonna make it a purse and be jeweled and shit.
It's definitely
She's about to
Tiffy
change it.
time. It's Tiffy
Yeah.
time. It's Tiffy
But
time,
I'm
but
with it.
she's
Let
not.
them
She's
customize
not.
everything yours. Make it
She's
yours.
Tiffy.
Like,
She's just not elite. She's different. Yeah, but she's not elite different. You know what's elite different?
What's a lead different?
what?
Cameron Man was busy on Wednesday night after Camille Brickhouse debuts on All Elite Wrestling, becoming Mercedes Moné's head of security.
Enforcer.
Enforcer is right. She whooped Britt Baker's booty.
Murder she wrote.
I'm with Camille. We fell in love with Camille in the WA's
Oh, for sure.
YouTube weekly.
And not only did we, apparently, Charlotte Flair's ex definitely fell in love with her because they're married, I believe. NWA star, I forgot his name. But it's good. It's good opportunity for Camille. Camille's been doing her thing at NWA for a minute, so I just want to see if she's ready. Is she ready? And the way to bring her in as an enforcer is the best way to get her ready, right? Because it's gonna be a little different. She's used to a studio audience. This is an arena that's empty. Like this is
It's a few more people. She's
So
got
few
a few
more
more people now.
Spread out. Your voice echoes. You know what I'm saying? So
Into the fire.
it's more like into the ashes,
Ashes that burn.
into the candle.
Oh man,
Hey.
Oh,
Woo.
I'm a big fan of Camille. I think I like that she's there. I
She's a
like
brick.
that Mercedes Monet
House.
now has paid
Right,
security
that's it.
for the CEO, head of security, is Camille. I love that. Let's go.
it's good that she has staff underneath her, right?
No,
She's the CEO.
She's the
so she
CEO,
can have-
so she should have a whole infrastructure. It's like she's gonna do a better version of like what Matt Hardy tried to do. What is it? The
Yeah.
Hardy Foundation. What the fuck was it?
So
Damn.
Hardy
that
Society.
version 1 shit that he did.
No, man. When the family, the Hardy family, but like
Oh,
AEW.
the Hardy compound.
the Hardy, yes, whatever. No, it wasn't the Hardy compound. It was one of the stories. Money Matt had all the shit. Like he
You're
had.
talking about AEW, right?
Nah, I think it was like TNA
That was probably Impact.
Impact. Anyway, Money Matt. She's gonna be a better
Impact,
Money Matt than Money Matt was.
TNA. Was that when they were? That was before their collab or after the collab with AEW? That had to have been before.
Before.
Well before that, and that leads us to our next segue right there because
How?
Okay.
we're gonna collab about collabos. AEW and TNA's collaboration versus WWE and TNA's collaboration. The most recent one, of course. You mentioned Mischief, Kenny Omega, the Buck Collector. That was the time when they were promoting him and pushing him over. And I believe he had a few matches, very few though, televised for TNA. If they were, maybe the pay-per-view? I don't even remember, to be honest. That's how.
JP, what do you think? Because I know how I feel very adamant.
Well, what I feel is right now you're clearly seeing that the partnership between A and WWE is working. You know what I mean? And once I mentioned it before, WWE is the factor. WWE is the machine, the number one, the best. Right? So the fact that you're able to work with them, the fact that your talent is able to be exposed on their platform, you're seeing more eyes. I mean, we're talking about the stronghold that they have on social media. So this is just blowing up. Joe Dundry right now is the most talked about name right now everywhere.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's on NXT.
No idea what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yes,
I believe.
it's the big difference. And also, I will say, AEW is still trying to figure out who they are. I mean, when they were working with Impact, I wasn't mad at the product. But this was also during COVID, was it not? Was it not? It's a few years back. I remember empty stadiums. I remember them coming to Impact at empty arenas. So a lot went into it, right? But regardless, AEW is a company that's still trying to figure out who they are. WWE is a company that knows what they're doing. And what
2020, December 2020.
Think about this.
You see, come on now.
Think about this. WWE is known, right, to like the big bad Yankees, the Darth Vader. They're like the bad mega company that comes and kills indie wrestling. Boo! They put over their own talent. They shit on local talent. Blah blah blah. Right?
Scum.
AEW comes around, and AEW is this indie darling, and they're this like the most beautiful thing since sliced bread, if you ask Dave Meltzer. And then they're like, oh my God, the second coming of Christ on a mat. So it's been like this up and up, right? Real positive review of AEW and their collaborative spirit and a Forbidden Door and NJPW and CMLL and AAA or whatever, blah blah blah. All this like
all the letters.
So when they do the crossover with TNA, like TNA talent, like they lose titles, TNA talent gets crapped on a little bit, TNA programming gets crapped on. Second.
Oh, yes.
I do remember that.
Yes, Tony Khan went on the air and he would not bash them, but he would kind of like not put him over in a way,
Even the
like,
commentators.
or like dismiss them. Like it was like kind of like
No, it was
like-
they were minimizing them.
Yo, it was just
They
odd.
minimized them.
It was like in no way was it beneficial in that direction, in
Right.
my opinion. Like it gave certain wrestlers like I guess a platform to wrestle on Dynamite a little higher than TNA, but I don't know. I think it hurt TNA in the long run. TNA lost their title, right? Like, and I couldn't even tell you right now who Kenny Omega dropped the title to. Damn, I don't know right now.
it ended at Bound for Glory, their partnership. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's when he dropped it.
Regardless, my point is that like I think they were worse for wear, right? Now it's a little different because it's not like they're on Raw or SmackDown, but the partnership between TNA and NXT has been mostly positive for TNA.
Oh, Christian Cage, not even a TNA guy.
Oh, right, Christian Cage. So again, right, kind of like weird. And then we see NXT, like, yo, TNA is looking really good on NXT. Right? Like we reunite the Rascals, right, which is like an overact.
And they made a
Joe
event this week.
Hendry. Right,
Who is this Joe Henry you're talking
I
about?
don't know, say his name
I
and
believe
Ian
in
Pierce. I believe in Joe Hendry. Booty clap, so, you know, like people are buzzing about TNA wrestlers in NXT, right? Jordan Grace goes and she has a
Jordan Grace. Oh my god.
Right, like, Jordan Grace was at the Royal Rumble, had a fantastic showing. Jordan
Right,
Grace had a couple matches, really like looking strong. So, looking good. TNA comes away from AEW not looking too good. TNA
I see it now. I see it now.
Now AEW is supposed to be the darling. They're supposed to be the lifeblood of like professional wrestling outside of WWE. There was the collaboration and open spirit and all that, open cheeks and all that good stuff, right?
Wow.
But the point is, AEW did not really service TNA when they had the opportunity to. WWE has no business servicing TNA. They should be, in theory, doing everything that AEW did to TNA. Right?
Yeah. I expected that kind of partnership from WWE, to be honest.
Right.
Like I kind of was like, here we're gonna do this now. Like
here we are ending shows with a picture of Joe Hendry. Right? Here we are like reuniting the Rascals. I'll beat that to death. Here we are like doing spots where TNA wrestlers are not only heavily featured, but they're like favorites. They're over. They're not just getting shit on. So Hendry won that battle royal or whatever. That's all been like mainly positive situations for these people.
Yeah.
So
the crazy is you have to understand, like, for these talents like Jordan Graves, Joe Hendry, like walking into the E, it's almost like if you came from playing for the Oakland A's and you go to the Yankees. Like everything's gonna be different.
Joe,
what's available to you is gonna be different. The resources are gonna be different.
He signed 8x10s.
Right.
And he fucking put them on every car in the parking lot, bro.
He did.
Well, you know that he paid for the billboards by Clash at the Castle.
For real?
Word.
Oh no.
Smart.
Yo.
So that's an investment.
Fucking brilliant. And people in WWE, like, they liked it. They were like, oh, that shit is funny.
Nah,
like,
he's over his rover. He's over his rover, man.
So he took a risk.
His time.
He took a risk and it paid off, right? But that's fantastic. That's what you do in a bigger platform.
Right.
They brought back those guys, the triple tag team that they used to, whatever.
The Rascals.
But
But
made a vendor this week.
all I'm saying is that like TNA talent has looked spectacular on a WWE product.
Now you're right. I see it now.
And I thought that was really interesting because again,
you know what?
would have been if I would have asked you a year ago, 2 years ago, like who would have turned out this way?
Oh yeah, no,
it would have been the opposite.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because like, isn't WWE coming up with this 305 thing right now? The speed, because that segment that show is going to be
go by 205 live and speed.
Right, but you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
305 live, yo. 305 live. 305 live is super heavyweights wrestling for 2 minutes.
No, there's a new show coming out. It's a new brand. You know what I'm talking about, Vic?
Yes.
WWE Speed.
Speed, yes.
Yeah.
For that platform, right? This is something that's going to be on the side as an addition, right? It's an excellent opportunity for these TNA talent. Once again, I mean, think about Chris Bay, Ace Austin. These are gentlemen that could go in the ring, could fly. You know what I'm saying? That would be
These
a
gentlemen
beautiful
are
exposure.
very important talent to us. They're near and dear to our hearts, and they are Shooting the Ish alum. Ladies and gentlemen, check out our backlog, our archives, and our catalog of interviews with the greatest talent on God's green earth, coming and to be came. All right, check us out on all our social media platforms, baby.
Ooh,
That's how we do it.
Shooting the Ish alums everywhere, by the way. They're everywhere.
That's
Por
right.
todo lado.
Bay.
Tola, we had
Yo, and please, the people speak. This is your time to speak. There's many platforms to speak on. There's many opinions to be had. Let the bad guys know, who should we be interviewing? Who is the talent out there right now that you are seeing? You want to know more about?
Let us know.
Jump in the comments.
Sure.
Get in the.
Closed mouths don't get fed. Closed mouths do not get fed.
That's right.
And, it is with that said that we now turn our attention to this year's PWI, the newly released managers and commentators section. Gentlemen, how do we feel about what was released this year? We have a whole top 10 on both sides. Let me get this out the way so you can see better. But yeah, talk to me about some of these guys on this list, man.
So if we look at the top 5 color commentators according to PWI, we got Nigel McGuinness from AEW. We have Wade Barrett, WWE, Caprice Coleman from ROH, Matthew Ryan Wolt, or damn, what was his other name?
Magi.
No, damn, when he was a vaudevillain. God damn it! Damn. All right. Whatever.
Yes, he used to sing Rusev Day.
He's Eddie Guerrero's son-in-law.
Son-in-law, yes.
We got Taz at number 5. We got Pat McAfee at number 6. Booker T.
Rusev Day.
Hugo Savinovich, Veda Scott, and Matt Menard. Huge shout outs to AEW, who's got 3 people on this list.
Yeah.
A big shout out to Wade Barrett for overshooting. Yo, number 2.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Do you think it's the way he reacted with this McIntyre shit? Has that put him over?
Maybe that put him in that spot, but I'm not saying that Wade Barrett isn't good. I'm just saying that I'm surprised Taz, Pat McAfee, and Booker T are all so far.
Right.
And I'm not a fan of Booker T, but I feel like the work he's done
fan.
on NXT and the work he's done on the mic
and
is really phenomenal. Pat McAfee, I've always been a fan of. I never hated it. And Taz, I feel like he's done extraordinary work with like Shivani and on the AEW broadcast. I was surprised about Wade Barrett. I was surprised about Nigel McGuinness, but Nigel was really good too.
Nigel's, especially with Daniel Bryan's wrestling, he's his best.
Yeah.
I'm just. For me, it's surprising Corey Graves is not here.
You know what? Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at that too. I take out Aiden English.
Aiden English. Thank you.
I didn't Google it at all.
Well, and and we know why Michael Cole is not there because Michael Cole is not the come up. He's a straight guy, right? But I was surprised by Corey Graves not being in there, considering Pat McAfee's on there, right?
I like Excalibur a lot more than I like Taz.
I don't know if Excalibur would be considered color.
Yeah,
right.
That's the thing.
Right, that's the thing. So
McAfee, I love McAfee.
I don't disagree with this list at all. The way it's arranged, very interesting. Very interesting way it's arranged.
No, Ian. Nah.
Yes, Ian Riccatelli.
No, but Ian, you're right. Ian's a straight guy too. He's not.
Yeah, he's a straight guy, right?
Ian!
But then the other exciting part about this list is also you have the manager section, and when it comes to the managers, you have Prince Nana at number 1, and of course you have to, with all the work that he's done with Swerve Strickland. The dance itself, it just was another cherry on top to the Sunday that we presented with.
I don't know. You're out here saying like you had to. Like Paul Heyman is not number 2 on that list.
Paul Heyman.
Number 1 on that list.
Wise man.
How is Paul Heyman with the work that he's done in the last 6 to 12 months? How is he number 2 on that list?
Yeah, I don't understand how he's number 2.
Ever since Roman left.
Yo, but then this list came out yesterday.
Yeah, no.
Because-
Prince Nana's only
even-
around
Nigga
for
came out
swerve
this week.
shit.
Even his work with Solo as like the
Cowardly and
Walking
you know,
Dead
the
man
victim,
of
right?
a wise man. You know what I mean? Like he
Right.
did fucking excellent work. He looked homeless and disheveled the last
Dead man
time.
walking.
That's the phrase I was looking for. So you guys just keep hitting me like after I forget my shit. But like him has just been wonderful. How
Right.
is he not number 1?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's
Sure.
fair to be said, especially considering that Prince Nana on the mic is not producing as much.
I don't think
like,
Nana's
they
their
never-
best. I don't think Nana is AEW's best at all. I think Stokely is their best manager.
Well, it's interesting because
Stokely-
Stokely's number 3.
he should be
better
at the
than
top.
Nana.
I don't think nobody above
And-
Stokely.
And it's really because
Then
Don
Don
Callis is
Callis.
number 4.
Yeah,
But you know
and
what it
Don
is?
Callis.
But you know what it is? And this is, I will say this. I think this list, you look at these names and you think always about the work that they produced, what they've been, especially in the product that they're in, right? And it's safe to say Don Callis a year or 2 ago was great, greatest manager they had. That's not what he's doing right now, right? It's not the greatest right now, and
Right.
that's fine. But he's still represented on this list, so it's good.
Yeah,
to see.
nah.
Paul Ellering. What has Paul Ellering done?
He's
I don't
with,
get it.
He's with
Yes, what has he
Gary
done?
Yeah,
Paul Ellering comes out.
No.
Yeah, I
Paul
don't
Ellering comes
understand
out.
how
I
he's
don't-
on this list at all.
Yeah, this
No,
manager's
no,
list.
no. Explain this to me. How is Paul Ellering on this list and Scarlett Bordeaux is not?
I put him
Yeah.
above Scarlett.
But she's not a manager.
She's ballet. She's a manager for her husband.
But
she
even
really
though
managed?
he's
I
still,
don't think she
yeah,
managed.
I don't think she did much. Like she doesn't even interfere in matches like that.
Yeah, she does.
That caused like I haven't seen a match finish because of what she was.
What are you talking about?
Mm,
Most of his matches were like that.
Damn, you're right because he's a heel. He always winning off some fucking shady shit.
Remember the clock they used to carry and shit?
The what he used to carry?
The clock.
Oh. That's how
Not the Glock.
Yeah,
I'm not
this
talking about Arn Anderson.
managers need some work, need some tweaking. I don't know.
But yeah, you have Mr. Saint Laurent, Paul Ellering, the personal concierge, Pollo del Mal, Mr. Thomas, and Amira Belair making this list. A lot of new names on this list. And honestly, part of that is because managers has always been an interesting role. It's not one that you see too many managers. There's never an excess of managers. Every promotion is very careful how they push managers, how many managers they have. Why do you think that's the reason?
I don't know.
They don't want to saturate it.
I think that after WWE did pay-per-views and WWF had a whole card where everybody had a manager, we went to the whole other side of it. Where
I see
like
what you're saying.
Now, no
where, like
manager.
Bobby Heenan had like 6 people on the card that
Right,
were under
right,
his
right.
name. He's like, nah,
Every match had a
Blink
manager.
was out here with like 14 members of
Right.
the roster.
Yo, SummerSlam 1996.
It was looking like civil court.
90,
I got
They were
the
public
next one.
defenders.
I got the next one too.
SummerSlam 94, 95.
Right.
DiBiase and Money Inc. was in every match in the card, and he had to come out
But see, that
all
was
night.
different.
All night he came out, including the main event.
But that was different though because it was a faction, and even though he was the manager, he was the leader of the faction.
He wrestled.
Right.
So that was a little
Right.
different. He wrestled himself, right?
Yeah.
So that was a little. That's almost like MVP, even though MVP's not the leader.
Right.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a little different. But I see what you're saying.
yeah.
But that's almost like the bloodline being on the card, right? It's almost like your judgment being on the card, right? Any faction that's prominent at that time, heel or face, mostly heel. That's always going to be the case. I like that. It's an interesting list, though.
What else you like this week, JP?
What I didn't like is seeing somebody. My chair shot of the week, I guess, is a literal chair shot to
Your
the head.
Como? Your what?
That Luke Perry's son, got over his head.
That was quick. Vic.
It was a little uncomfortable to see, considering you don't see it too often, especially on a week that his dad Luke Perry had to extend his arms to his co-star who passed away, R.I.P. Brenda. 90210. She passed away.
The actress?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
What's that
yeah.
got to do with Luke Perry though?
That's his son that got hit with a chair, Papi.
But his dad's dead too. What does that matter?
That he had to welcome. You know what I mean? That was like an auntie for him, bro, growing up.
Yo, JP with that 9-foot reach.
Listen, Papi.
Wemby out here, yo. Wemby out here.
Kevin Bacon. Papi. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. It all connects. It all connects. You don't tell me him seeing that meme of his father and her together. He's the age of waiting for her. That don't hit him a certain way. He's not emotionally get hit with a chair. That's what you need at that moment. You need a chair.
90210. Oh no, another one.
You need some sertraline, not knee to the face.
I got a heel for y'all. The biggest heel of wrestling, and of course the week again. Another championship week for MJF. If I were you, I'd take a long walk off a short pier. Or if I've heard that before. But lucky for you, Will, your grandmother died recently, didn't she? So I guess you can dig yourself a grave next to hers. But pro tip, make sure you dig that grave about a football field away from her tombstone. Lord knows the fat skank needs all that room she can get. So well done, heel of the week, MJF.
New York.
Gotta love him.
Like that is just beautifully done. That was amazing.
Another one for the bad guy.
I mean, listen, at that point now you get the family invested. Like everybody's watching that shit now.
And I'm thinking about that
personal.
too. Like if I'm Will Ospreay, right? And I really wanna, in a way, show my family that like to get them invested or like this is like some big deal type shit. Yeah, cut that promo. His fans probably, how dare you? The ones that buy into it. Others than that, they're gonna know what's up too.
I wonder though if this is something he ran by Ospreay or he's just shooting off the hip.
No, they have to run. They have to shoot that off the hip. Christian didn't do it. So why would MJF, right?
This is what I'm saying. Like, what this could be improv because MJF has that liberty on the mic, being one of the pillars of the company. So my question is, did he? Because this happens all the time, right? Did he shoot a shot out there and did they run it by him? Is it going to be personal? Are you going to see Ospreay going off script and give him some receipts in the match?
I think so. I think so.
And listen, so reality mixes into fantasy. Like he's putting some real life shit into some shit.
Shout out to fantasy football, by the way. That's my pop of the week.
Word.
I like that you said that. Sometimes real life spins into fantasy, and what happens is I have my chair shot of the week.
Ooh.
That's the poster child for this segment. That's it.
It's over.
It's over, yo. It's over.
Man, we're failing as a people.
Stop! I have the heel of the week clip.
WWE
We have the heel one.
is in talks with the mayor of London to bring WrestleMania to the UK. Listen, I can't stand Boston, but there's somewhere I can't stand more than Boston, and that's London, England.
Oh no!
Really?
For real?
WrestleMania is in talks.
Heathrow Airport is intense. You're not trying to go to UK for WrestleMania though?
Not for.
You're trying to go to Vegas, though.
I'm trying to recover from Philly, and I'm talking about my wallet.
Yo, I'm really sad about Philly. I wish there was better food.
I wish there was better heat.
Food was good.
Was I missing? I was missing from the equation. That's what it was.
Yo, we need you, bro.
Please make it out to you.
It's either me or fucking old school.
WWE in London, probably in 2026, maybe. That's probably what's gonna happen. You know what that means, right? It's gonna be a weird hour, right? WrestleMania is gonna be at a weird time.
It's gonna be a daytime WrestleMania.
Wow.
Come on, I don't want this. I don't care if other countries got to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this.
I mean,
This is
but
why
you
I'm
really
from
be
God's
mad.
greatest part of the planet, and that's the United States of America.
Oh God.
Okay.
But
Fuck
let me
you
ask you
with
this
that
question:
shit.
would you really be upset with WrestleMania being like at 3:00?
Yo, the pre-show starts at 9 a.m.
Yo.
Well, it's 2 nights, so
Yo.
Two nights.
It's not 2 nights. It's 2 afternoons. You're getting 2 matinees this
that's
weekend.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yo, it's 6:30, baby. You want to do something?
Yeah.
Mania today? Yeah, nah, we did that already.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Matinees are in. Matinees are in, bro. I'm with it. Come out of a matinee, come out of a movie early. You got shit to do still. You know what I mean?
I'm a big fan.
I'm with it though. I'm happy for the extravagant WrestleManias, the different locations, new locations. I'm here for it. May the Lord bless us to be able to be there, present at these adventures. Vegas next year, coming up. Hopefully, let's see what happens.
Big facts. And don't forget, chat, BCW presents Grand Rumble, a tribute to Mama Pan, Sunday, August the 18th at the Mecca, baby. The Mecca. Richfield Park, New Jersey. Stand up. Don't forget to get your tickets. And stay tuned for our social medias. We'll give you where you can find and where you can watch if you're not going to make it live. But definitely check that out.
Yeah, I got you with another pop of the week, baby. Let's go.
Hey, simmer down, boys. Hey, take it easy now. Y'all got your past beef, your past issues. I'm like the man that fell out the boat. I ain't in it. But tonight, we putting all that aside. Tonight, we team AEW and the Elite. I know your game plan, divide and conquer. So we can't let that go down, boys. Tonight, we stand united. And all the entitled, all the pompous worldwide, just know that you ain't safe. Because the violent people is here. Ah, we coming, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Yo, the middle of that sucked, but the beginning was strong. Right?
That pompous.
Yo, that pompous.
That is the pompous of the week.
He lost his goddamn mind. He was like, we coming, baby. Let's go. Okay, all right. But the beginning.
Yo, shout outs to Slammiversary that happened this weekend as well. Did y'all catch Slammiversary?
Nah, man. Talk to me about Slammiversary.
Slammiversary was TNA out here, you know, off of the run from WWE having their pay-per-view. But I didn't catch it either because it was during the day. But I just want to see what y'all did.
Yo, you go get that chair shot real quick. Yeah,
I should. Listen, I threw it up there. You know what I mean? Alley-oop, see if anybody had it, but nobody did. So you know, what are we, a wrestling podcast?
That's all the damn time this wrestling podcast has for you. Clearly, appreciate all of that.
Joe Hendry, I know is the champ though.
Yo, we gonna
Shout
close it out
outs.
with my man Joe Hendry. Appreciate y'all pulling up.
In Joe Hendry.
10 count of tell told. Tell them what to do on the way out. Peace.
Subscribe and like, hit that button right now. All right, follow us on Twitch, SoundCloud,